Good afternoon. It is close to July 4th. It's actually July 2nd. Tomorrow's July 3rd, and it's Friday. And this is Rocky, who is our new pandemic shelter rescue dog. Rocky came to us from Oklahoma. He was he lost his family in one of the tornadoes there earlier this year, and they checked the chips, and the family was not registered anymore, and they posted everything, and they couldn't find him, and so he came away to Colorado via Big Bones Canine Rescue, a fabulous outfit, and so I'm boring even the dog. It's a tough audience, and so anyway, we adopted Rocky right after they eased up the shelter in place, and that's why he's here with us. So today I'm going to talk to you about releases. Why do I have to sign a release is something that a lot of clients ask us, and that's because when you are filing a workers' compensation claim, you are asking for medical care and compensation in terms of lost wages, permanent impairment due to a work injury because you injured your back or your shoulder or elbow, etc. And so the insurance company who's having to pay for it, they want to, and they have to, make sure that what they're paying for is what was caused by the injury and not something that pre-existed your injury. And so the way that they determine that is they get to ask you for who your doctors were, sometimes who your employer was in the preceding 5 years prior to your injury, and then they can request those medical records, but they have to have your permission to do that, and those permissions are called releases. And so one of the things that we deal with on behalf of our clients all the time is we're getting constant requests, I need a release, I need a release. Now there are certain things that when you're represented by an attorney that the attorney in our office will do to make sure that the release is as narrow and tailored to the case as possible. They don't get to do this big fishing expedition into every conceivable complaint that you may have had for your entire life. They don't necessarily get a right to find out about some embarrassing medical history that you may have. Lord knows we have all of them. All of us have something embarrassing. So we've told the doctor that we'd rather not have an insurance company know. And as long as it's completely unrelated to the work injury, then the insurance company shouldn't have access to it. And that's where you really need to have an attorney who will push back and will guard those medical issues and medical privacy, particularly if you've got something substantial in your medical background unrelated to it. But again, often we're asked, do I have to give it? And the short answer is yeah. If you want the insurance company, for example, to pay for your shoulder, you need to be able to let them make sure that your shoulder was fine. Now, if you had a prior shoulder condition, that's not a problem, because let's say, for example, before you had a shoulder injury, and you used to be able to lift your arm up to here, then you had some sort of injury in the past, and now you can only do it here, and now there's a work injury, and now you can only lift your shoulder here. Well, there's a difference, and the insurance company wants to make sure that they're only paying for the damage that was done because of the work injury. Now we're going to ask your employment history. Same thing. They want to make sure that there wasn't any reports of disability beforehand due to, again, in my example, a shoulder. And so one of the things that a good law firm will always do is they're going to make sure that the releases are limited, that they're temporary, and that they are narrowly focused to the condition for which you're asking the insurance company to provide compensation for it. Hopefully this explains it. If you have any questions, hey, you can reach out to us, you can call us, you can email us, you can post questions on this video. As always, Kaplan Morrell, we have been helping injured and disabled workers since 1995. That's when I started working here and started practicing, and that's all we do. And so if you or a loved one is injured in Colorado, feel free to let them know that there's a law firm that they can have a free consultation with. We can orient you to your rights, and we would be happy to do so. Have a fabulous weekend, and thank you for taking part of your busy day to listen to me. Bye.